For the first time, UNC head coach Bill Belichick has responded directly to WRAL's reporting of dysfunction and divide in the locker room.
We brought you UNC's typical weekly news conference live here on WRAL right after 11:30. And Coach Belichick said any reports that he is in buyout talks are false.
And WRAL's Pat Welter broke the story about the turmoil in Chapel Hill. And Pat, you were at that conference. You had a chance to directly ask the coach about the story that you broke a week ago. What did he say?
Yeah, this was a fascinating experience all around. I mean, walking into the press conference today, the energy was palpable, and it couldn't be a further cry from where we were at the beginning of the season for the TCU opener. I mean, this was tense. I mean, you had the chancellor in there, new AD in waiting, Steve Newmark, Bubba Cunningham, various levels of high-level communication reps for the entire university, and basically every reporter here on the beat trying to get Bill Belichick's response to our reporting that really started it all, that's been backed up by reports across the nation. So yes, I asked Bill Belichick directly, what was his response to what I was hearing directly from people inside his program about a divided locker room, culture, communications issues. His kind of talking point today is that basically everything is fine. They are getting better. I'm sorry, but based on what we've seen on the field, I had to press him further, and we're going to take a listen to that now. Last week, myself, others around the country reported that there was divide in the locker room, culture issues within the program. What do you have to say to the claims that people are making in this building and around this program?
Yeah, I mean, I'm with all these people every day, coaches, players on the field. Our guys work hard. They have a great attitude, great energy, and we've shown a lot of improvement. You know, we've made a lot of improvement. I think that's exciting for all of us to see, certainly for the individual players to see it, you know, in the units that they work with. So, you know, I don't know what kind of perspective some of those people have that are saying that, but I think anybody that's around it on a daily basis would see that, and I'm sure the players all see the improvement that they're making as this coaching staff.
Yeah, and it's interesting to hear Bill Belichick in this press conference. The only thing he directly refuted was the exit strategy talks, and that's something we had confirmed last week. And as I made clear, like, when you're talking to people, you have to think about what standpoint they're coming from. I had multiple layers of people tell me that that wasn't true. Obviously, people have their own agenda, so you kind of have to take that for what it's worth. You know, at the end, Bill Belichick said, was there anything else that he wanted to refute it from the reporting from last week? And he said, look, you guys have a job to do. I have a job to do. We're just trying to get better every day. We also just heard from Belichick's first recruit, a kid from Holy Cross, a school where his own daughter coaches at. Christo Kelly put on the microphone, I would imagine, for reasons to back up Bill Belichick today. And I asked him about the divide in the locker room. I asked him about the Bill Belichick era recruits versus the Mac Brown era recruits. And he said that's not how he sees it. He views it as one team. Again, that's what they're saying on the podium. I can tell you what people are saying behind the scenes without fear of retaliation. We're going to continue to stay on this to find the truth. And just a fascinating day here after a whole week off. Bill Belichick has a chance to stand in front of the media, and he's got a game on Friday to show that all the improvement that he talked about today, well, on Friday he has a chance to tangibly prove it. Pat Welter, Chapel Hill, reporting.
And Pat, I just have one question before you go. I think the big question right now is, where do we go from here?
Well, clearly UNC made a huge investment in Bill Belichick. There's a lot of people that really stuck their necks out to get him here. So the idea that they're just going to back off of this 5 games in, I think they're trying to be pragmatic. They're trying not to be overreactional. They're taking in, quite literally, the information that we have reported, looking into it, doing their due diligence on it, and that's all you can really ask. But the results on the field have been so bad, independent of any of the inside the locker room reports, that would warrant having quote-unquote exit strategies, or at least thinking about, wow, do we want to cut bait from this? And again, that's just me talking about essentially how sports work, right? So he's got a game on Friday. They're going to have to show some improvement in that game. If they're uncompetitive against Cal, who is a good football team that can score some points, we're going to be having similar conversations again next week. And I tell you, I have more things that I'm looking to work down and to confirm that are going to paint an even fuller picture of what's going on here at Carolina. So again, yeah, the story continues. It goes on, and it's kind of an unprecedented thing. It's wild. It's been a crazy week, and I'm ready for another one.
Yeah, we look forward to your continued coverage of this. Pat Welter live in Chapel Hill for us. Thank you so much, Pat.